today we will be playing The Elder Scrolls 1 or The Elder Scrolls Arena. Now, it was a little bit of a thing to try and get this and to actually get it working. I actually filmed a video beforehand, like yesterday, and it just, whew, in what world do you hit something by holding down right mouse key and moving around? What world? But you know that's why we did play it beforehand. I didn't show you, but I just played it. Just played a little bit just to see how everything works, so you don't get confused. Cause I sat like 40 minutes or something, just trying to figure out how to hit, and oh gosh! But now I know. This is start new game. Wait, there we go. So let's see. Turn that down a bit. Oh wow, I didn't have time to read all this. How am I supposed to read this? Okay, let's assume we read this. Okay, we're not. You're too fast. Do I have to turn down the cycles or something? Wait, no. This is DOSBox. So what I have to do if I want to make it slower, I have to. Yeah, let's make it 7,000 cycles. I think that should be. Your father and you are returning from the town market when you see a small boy running from a store. In his hands, he clutches a loaf of bread. Behind him races the baker with a cleaver in his hand. You know that boy must be hungry, but the town is suffering from a drought which has made next. Okay, you actually have to. Which has made food available to you. Hey, so usually you get an option whether you want to generate or you want to create. But I don't know what happened here because obviously something's not right. But it's fine. Maybe it was made like that, so you don't have the choice or something. Anyways, side with the justice and urge your father to stop the boy. B. Help the poor wife by running into the baker's way. Or C. Stand out of the way and wait to see what your father decides, trusting his experience. That's a good one. Well, I think I would wait for my father to decide because he does have more experience. So whatever he thinks would be better would be best, right? Or at least that's how I see it. You hear Armsmaster. Oh gosh, wait. You can just click here. Okay. Festal remark during. You hear Armsmaster Festal remark during weapons class. The intent of your opponent can be seen in his blade. Many of the students scoff at this. Scoff. What does that mean? Anyway, I think it probably just means like. Oh, not openly. Do you? Okay. Feel that the disrespect the students show at this point to something. I don't know what the question is though. Like I don't quite understand. Do you hear Armsmaster Festal remark during? What's that? Festal? Is that maybe something else? I can't really resize the screen though, so I can't really see. Do I feel that the disrespect the students show at this point to something which they do not understand, and therefore causes you to focus your efforts on understanding it all the more? Feel he means the way the opponent attacks and moves shows you how he feels. Realize that the Armsmaster Festal should not be the object of the scorn, but rather the one of respect. For he has lived a full life and survived things none of the other students can imagine. Well, I have no idea. I'm not quite sure what the answer is. But a C sounds right. I'm gonna choose C because it just sounds right. It seems I'm gonna be a mage. I don't really want to be a mage though. Anyways, it's fine. Arms Master Festal poses a question one day to his class. Is that like his name? Is that the actual F then? Who knows? A company of 100 men is attempting to flee from the army. There are two paths out of the broken stronghold. One path will kill half the men under the officer's command. The other half would survive. The other path has 50% chance that everyone would die, but also 50% chance that everyone would survive. Like, I didn't quite read the first part. A company of 72. Oh, okay. I thought it were 3 paths. I was like, what? Choose the path that would guarantee half the men would survive. Choose the path that has 50% chance that all will survive. 50%. Turn choice over to the men and let them decide the majority vote. Well, this is a difficult one. If you think about it, because on the one side, if you give the men the choice to do it, then they can choose their fate. So if they die, they chose that fate. But if you let them choose, they could also mingle amongst each other because they're maybe just not happy. And like if they're going to die, they're going to blame it on each other and stuff like that. Or even on you for giving them the choice. Well, if they die, you want them to blame you and only you and not everyone else. So I wouldn't say C. Whilst I respect if someone did choose C, I wouldn't say that. Choose the path that would guarantee half the men would survive, or that will... Well, see, one guarantees at least half of them survive. The other one only guarantees that maybe all of them will survive, or maybe not. I'd rather choose the one that gives me the most choice, or the most chance of actually having people go through, because you need as many as possible alive. So I'd rather take the chance. You're hunting in the King's Hunt, a contest in which the best hunter will win the riches enough to live comfortably for the rest of his or her life. You track a white stag many of you had shot at earlier. You're alone and you examine the stag and recognize the arrow as one fired from your friend's bow. As you retrieve the arrow for closer inspection, you hear your friends arrive. Do you claim you have fired the arrow and hit the stag, thus gaining honor for the kill? Show the others the arrow and proclaim your friend the archer of the day. Suggest dividing the prize, reasoning that although your friend's arrow brought down the heart, all of you were instrumental in tracking and killing. Well, this one is actually also difficult. These questions, if you think about them, I wouldn't say A. I wouldn't take it's his kill. But B sounds really, because that would be the nice thing to do. Hey, you win, dude, you win. But C sounds more kind of like, hey, we all put effort into this. We all wasted our arrows. But I don't know, because this is a sign of greed, though. The first one is 100% greedy. C is a little bit greedy because, or not even maybe, I don't know. And B is just being really nice to your friend. But see, C and A may cause some disruptions in the group as well, so we might want to say B instead. Axe Boy. Your mother is terribly ill, and you have been sent with a few gold pieces to buy some rare medical herbs for her. As you reach the door of to the oh gosh, what's that? Anyways, you realize there's a hole in your purse and all of the gold has fallen out. Do you enter a store and tell the beep your dilemma? and promise on your honor to pay him back for the herbs your mother desperately needs. Attempt to steal the herbs from the whatever. I can't read that. I don't know what that's supposed to be, so it's kind of looks like apothecary. Apothecary. Is it apothecary? Is that a word? Could be apothecary. Let's say apothecary and hope for the best. You know the old man who works in the store will not be able to catch you, and your mother lies sick. Run back home and admit the loss, hoping your father will have more gold. Okay. Mm. You know you'll be punished. You'll be neither in debt to the. Yeah, nor will you be a thief. Well, from a fantasy standpoint or from a Skyrim standpoint, I would say C, because I will take the money, and I would save the game and steal. If they catch me, then then I'll just reload and pay them or something. I don't know. Or if you can't save, you just still try and steal it and then run away. Anyways, but in a realistic standpoint of what you're trying to go for, I'll probably enter the store and tell them, hey, I really need these herbs. My mother's going to die. If she don't get it, I will pay you back. You know, something like that. Because if they say no and my mother dies, then it's their fear. Not really their fear. But if they say no, then I would probably try and steal it, depending on the condition of my mother. And at the end, I would, if I still couldn't get it, no matter what I did, I would run back and I would say, Daddy, hey, I lost the money, and unfortunately, I couldn't get the herbs. Could you please just, I'll probably not try to steal it IRL, but, so yeah, this is a kind of a, so I'll probably go for A. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be a mage. I don't want to be a mage. I want to be like an archer or a fighting guy, but we'll see. Practicing alone, you develop a new fighting style you are very excited about. When you mention it to Arms Master Festal, or Fastal, whatever that is, he tells you it would never work in practical combat. Use a new style in middle of class, Spar. When it works, Festal will be forced to admit its practicality or give a reason for not accepting it. Keep asking him questions about it, focusing on details, on form, and eventually you will have to give a more specific criticism. Accept his word without question. Armsmaster Festal has been fighting since your grandfather's day. He knows a flawed style when he sees it, and it's better not to. Well, I wouldn't just say C, because the C is kind of just like, okay, it didn't work. Blech. Boring. But A, I'm a little bit tempted to say A, but B sounds more reasonable, because I just ask him, okay, so why do you think it's not a viable one? What's your reason for saying this? I'm gonna say B. 1 month later, Tails and is that Talos? Is that an L? I think it's an L. Tails and Talos, after Tails and Talos, you look at the hoard of fruits you have collected and finds lots of branded plums. Oh, that's a treat, not a fruit. A treat you particularly dislike. You know your younger sister likes them. Do you give her all your plums? Trade the plums for something she does not really like, but you do. Pretend that they are excellent branded plums and see if she will give up something really good in exchange. Well, I'm not an asshole, so I wouldn't say C. I might do A or B. But see, it doesn't help just give. You need to get something back in order to, let's say, make a profit. I don't want to sound greedy or anything, but if you don't do it, then you're not going to get a profit out of it. So I'm trying to say B. Yeah, it's really getting visible there. It's already 15 minutes. Wow. While exploring the woods with two other adventurers, you come across a small, abandoned hut that seems to have once belonged to a mage. Looking through the window, you see the remains of a laboratory, many potions, and scrolls still in the shelves. A fighter named Giotina, who thinks you a cowardly sort, suggests breaking into the shack, exploring exploring. Another fighter named Hunnard suggests going to town. I found out more information and find out more information. Going into town, they'll be more familiar with the area and may have important information about the hut and the surrounding area. Breaking into the shack, but leaving one person on the outside in case something goes wrong. You should investigate new things, not run away from them. Daring Giotina to go in first. If there's a trap, she can trap it. Then you and Unearthed can go and explore. I kind of like C because this person really doesn't sound like a nice person. They sound like kind of like an orc, and I don't really like orcs, their personality that much. So I'm very tempted to just say C and like, hey, you go first. But see, that's not going to change the fact that she thinks cowardly of me anyways, but she's going to be dead. I would say B because, what if there are traps? I'll go for A because then I can like ask, hey, do you know any things about it? But then you might waste time. But you could also save time instead of wasting it trying to go there. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be a mage. Your father tells you one. Why are there so many questions? Your father tells you one night the story of his battle at Borum Valley, where his men had routed the enemy. They would have captured them all if not for the brave sacrifice of a young sergeant. Is that supposed to be a sergeant or a sergeant? What's that supposed to be? Anyways, on the opposite side, who held a pass long enough for his men to retreat to safety. He had done so knowing that it would cost him his life. If you had been that man, would you have fled, rationalizing that your experience of battle tactics was too valuable to be wasted and could make use for difference later? Held the pass also so the men under your command could flee. Threat in main, though it meant your life, searched for some means of to distract the enemy so that your men might have a possibility of escaping, but not at the cost of your life. Well, it depends. It really depends. On one side, I wouldn't say A, and then we have B and C. Now, if they're under your command, then it would be very smart to just say no and just die, because they're under your command. They should also protect you because you're more valuable. I might try and search. I wouldn't like sacrifice myself. I try and search for maybe a different way out than sacrificing, but that may also mean that I lose my men. And in a war, that could mean it. It depends on the context, like how important is it really for me to live? What do I know that they might need? So I'm gonna say maybe B. You and your best friend buy your first daggers together. A matched pair. You loan him in the amount since he doesn't have enough gold. He agrees to pay you back later. After leaving the shop, you and he sit down to marvel at your new weapons. To your dismay, you notice that there is a small notch on the blade of your dagger you selected. Your friend asks you to please watch his weapon for him while he runs an errand. Do you A. Wait for your friend's return, then point out the flaw in your dagger and return the weapon to the shop, demand a refund? Switch the daggers, rationalizing that since you paid for them, you should get the first choice. That is actually kind of fair. But if he but see, you chose it, so which means you probably chose his own as well. So I'm just, you know, if he chose his own, then I wouldn't think that way. And that if it's your and that if your friend ever notices the notch, you could always take him back to the weapon shop. Okay, but you're going to probably then go back anyways. Keep his daggers safe until his return, then switch the daggers with your best friend's knowledge, justifying it as the fact that you paid for them, and then offer to accompany him back to the weapon shop. But you go back to the weapon shop anyways, so why don't you just go for A? Just swallow your pride and go to the weapon shop and say, hey, can I please get a refund so I can maybe get a different dagger or something like that. Val's would survive longest as healer. Val will with anyways. Val accept this as Vi Destiny. Yeah, I'll accept it. I don't really mind too much. What is my name healer? I'm Netsu. Choose by gender. I am male. Now, since I'm a healer, I'll have to do magic probably. I almost thought I spelled my name wrong. Whew. So I would probably want to be a dark elf because I really like them when it comes to magic. Either a dark elf or a high elf. That's a difficult one. I wonder. But I don't know if there's much of a difference though. Let's see, if you click on it, they should give you like high elves, which you accept by home, and no. And there's dark elves, right? Yeah. And there's dark elves, right? Yes. I do like the dark elves a bit more though. Because I played Skyrim. And I just really like their race in general. Dark Elves and Argonians, and a little bit of Khajiits. I do like them as well. High Elf girls, though. They and the Nords. Anyways, we're not there for that. Anyway, so let's go for Dark Elf. So I'm gonna go as Dark Elf. Then Val will be known as the Healer Netsu, who would call Morrowind Land of the Dark Elves his home. Thy race is as deadly as the forms of the black rose which blooms only in thy mother's breast. Thou has all that is graceful in thy brothers of day. Yet thy mother is the moon, and thou art her children of the night. Okay. Thy body and mind must be intelligent and willful, if thou art to succeed as a healer. Heller. I don't know why that's so funny. Go ye now in peace, let thy fate be written in the Elder Scrolls. That's actually kind of cool, not gonna lie. I probably want to boost the cycles now though. Okay, let's wait before we do that. Distribute vibe points as needed. Okay. Because we are going to be a mage, intelligence and willpower I think would be the most important. So let's maybe go and increase will, like 45, and maybe you can increase luck to 50. I don't think luck ever really does anything, so yeah, maybe it's not increase it. Can I decrease it? No, we can't. Yeah, this is almost 60, so let's bring it up to 60. Ooh! Okay, so you gain a little bit each time you bring that up. It's almost 70, I think. No, that's what, 63. Let me make that 2 because we're going to have to hit things a lot. And agility, and then we have endurance. We can maybe bring that up. So that, but not everything's. Yeah, but see, my endurance is higher than my willpower. So I'd rather bring up my will. But my magic defense. Oh, okay, so that goes up. Okay, so I think we can do that. I would have liked if we could get willpower to 50. But I think this would be fine. Let's go done. Save stats. Val will now choose by appearance, by... I can't read that. By be altered by clicking by face. When thou art finished, select done to enter the world of Tamriel, home of the arena. Face. Let's see. Might like do the dark hair bow. That looks really nice. Ooh, that looks really powerful. Dude, that one looks really powerful though. This one looks really nice as well. And this one looks, I just like it's really strong. I think that was the powerful one. Yeah, whoops, my bad. Yeah, I'll take this one because that just looks really OP. Can I change anything else? No, not really. Okay, but that's fine then. I'll say done. Wow, it's good.
We are still named. Listen to me. There are no others left to carry on your fight. You have been left in this cell to die. Tigretar, Imperial battle, mage of Tamriel, has taken on the guise of the true emperor. He does not see you as a threat, being only a minor part of the Imperial court. In that act of arrogance, he has made his first mistake. Look to the north wall of the cell. You will find a ruby key which will unlock the door. Take it and make your escape. The passages here were once used by Thorin to hide treasures he had stolen from the Emperor's hall. If you wish, you can gather enough to support yourself away from the Imperial elite. Be careful. There are many creatures which inhabit the sewers now. Vile rats and goblins. It is too late for me, for I am already dead. Only my powers as a sorceress keep me between this life and the next. That power, however, is waning. Do not succumb and freeze, or you may find these tunnels to be your final resting place as well. I can still work my magic to a certain extent. If you travel west from this cell, then south, you will find a hidden gate. It will transport you far enough from the center of the Empire that you should be safe. If you survive these sewers, you will see me again. Remember, Thorin has taken on the guise of the Emperor. No one will gainsay his word for yours. I will come to you again in your dreams, though it is imperative that you rest from time to time. In that way, I will be able to communicate with you and lend my aid. You are entering a dangerous arena, one in which the players are being beyond the mortal comprehension. I do not envy your role. There is, however, a power within you as yet untapped. Look for me when you have gained experience in the world. You are my last and best hope.
Okay. So we're reaching the 30 minutes mark. So I want to keep all my videos around 30 minutes. So I'm going to just unlock the gate, get the equipment, and then I'm out. Then we can go continue with the next one. I found a ruby key. Okay, and if I'm correct, this is yes. Okay. Yeah, so the controls are just kind of funky, but you know, you get used to them. Okay, so let's see. I know here is, yes, armor and stuff. Okay, so there's gold, a crystal, and Daikatana. Okay, and that's where I am probably going to end it off for now. I'm going to save the game. I'm going to call this, Netsu 1. And yeah, save it right there. And then we can continue in the next video, and yeah, we can just do what we usually do. Wait, so how do we... okay, so... yeah, that shows you the default things. Yeah, how do we view our equipment and stuff, our items? I think we just click on us. Yes. So here are our stats and stuff, and then we can just maybe equip that Daikatana. I don't think we can. Healers cannot equip this item. That's really stupid, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, then what about a dagger? Okay, so you can equip the dagger. I know what a crystal does. So let's hope for the best. And here we have light heal and fire dart. Okay, so yeah, I'll probably be +1 to 2 points to health, plus 4, do 5 points per one. What? I don't know. Okay, I think I understand. Delete spell? No. Anyways, so exit. Because I probably want to be using light heal. If I'm going to... I know how to equip it though. So I'm exit. Done. Is it this? That's camp. Okay, this camp for 0. Before we end of the video, I just want to figure out a few things. Does this do anything? Nope. What's this? Oh, okay, so this is spells, and this is okay, and that's how you swing. Okay, and that's all. So I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and will continue with me along with the next video, where we'll be trying to actually fight some rats and stuff to get out of here. Cause yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you all in the next video.